In the years following the pandemic, a significant portion of the global workforce proved that their jobs could be executed effectively from a kitchen table or a home office. Despite this, leadership across various industries began instituting mandatory return-to-office policies, requiring employees to resume their physical attendance several days a week. This creates a specific paradox. Workers are spending an hour or more navigating traffic, only to arrive at a physical desk and spend the rest of their shift on video calls. They are moving their physical bodies across a city solely to sit in front of the same digital screens they already have in their homes. After weeks of repetitive commutes that result in the same digital workflows, the frustration begins to mount. Many workers are forced to balance their professional obligations with a system that feels increasingly disconnected from their actual productivity. Rather than opting for direct confrontation or a traditional strike, many employees have turned towards subversion. They realize that they don't necessarily need to change the policy itself to achieve their goal. Instead of arguing with management, the objective has shifted to outsmarting the automated system that tracks their compliance. To enforce these mandates, many companies rely on automated data collection at the entrance rather than having managers conduct a manual roll call. This diagram illustrates the logic. Swiping an ID badge sends a signal to a server, generating an attendance checkmark. However, while the computer tracks if an employee arrived, it lacks any mechanism to measure how long they remained inside. Because the tracking software is built on a simple yes or no question, employees only need to provide the minimum data required to trigger a yes. When compliance is measured by a binary tool, the workforce begins to optimize their behavior to satisfy the tool, rather than the spirit of the rule. Consider a school where the principal forces students to commute to a silent library just to do digital homework on their laptops. A student might realize they can simply scan their ID for attendance, grab a juice box, and immediately head back home to work, where they are more comfortable. In the corporate world, this behavioral trend has been labeled coffee badging. The execution is simple. Drive to the office, swipe the badge, say a quick hello to a colleague, and spend a few minutes grabbing coffee. The final step is the most important: turning around, getting back into the car, and heading home to complete the actual workday. It is a physical exploitation of a technological loophole, performed in real time. This behavior differs significantly from historical labor movements that relied on visible picket lines or total work stoppages. It functions as a silent protest because it avoids open conflict while still expressing a refusal to accept the current system. By swiping their badge, workers provide the exact data point the company uses to measure attendance. They have technically fulfilled the requirement the tracking software was programmed to monitor. As this chart demonstrates, the physical presence in the building drops to zero almost immediately, yet the actual work output, the digital productivity, continues without interruption. The power of this protest lies in highlighting the disconnect of a mandate by following its specific requirements to the letter. The trend highlights a friction within the modern workplace, the push to require physical movement for tasks that are inherently digital. It serves as a warning for leadership about the limitations of relying on automated door swipes instead of evaluating the quality of an employee's output. A company can mandate that a worker's body enters the building, but as coffee badging proves, a metric cannot compel them to stay.